Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. I am very low in the camera. I seem to be stuck. Whatever. A little bit better. Alright. Are you feeling better, Nicole? You said you were a little bit sickly yesterday, last week. Whew. I can say I feel a little bit crummy. A little bit tired. But also one of those moments where the body's like, time to feel you've been eating something that the body doesn't really want, and it's me. So I have to slow down with my snacking, I think. Maybe I've been eating too many dates and too many fiberish things, and that's also a thing that's not always good for the body. Well, this will be good. Yeah, we're gonna try. Ugh. I could just sit very cozily. Take a nap. I definitely want to take a nap. We're going to try Death and Faeology. And it's from the creators of Marshmallow. Sorry for the tiredness. See if I can bring up the... I remember they wrote something. They wrote something. Should I read it again? Here. Search for Marshmallow. Let's see, I know they did some updates on Okami, and then let's see. Other than that, we'd love to share a few tips to help make the experience smoother before you stream Death and Faeology. The demo can take over 2 hours if every line is read aloud, which might be tiring for your voice. Please feel free to skip some lines and don't forget to stay hydrated. I have water right beside me. I'm ready. The investigation UI is still a bit rough and we are currently working on improving it. For now, it's easier not to stack items and to keep only a few on the desk at once during the investigation phase. Since the demo doesn't yet have a log system, we're working on this too. It may help to keep a notepad nearby for jotting down details. We made a walkthrough, warning spoilers, in case you feel stuck or want to check different endings. Death and Faeology, never heard of the game. No, me neither. It's a part of the choosewiselyfestival. It's a narrative-driven game. Let's see, I will take this little paper here and a little pen there, so we have something to jot down details. So we'll see a little bit. It says over 2 hours if we read all of the dialogue, so maybe I will be a little bit loosey-loose and sloppy. A little bit loosey and sloppy. I don't want to, like, do a bad job, but unless I start feeling better, I don't want to go over 2 hours and stuff, and maybe I will just even stream like 1.5 hours, keep it shorter. So depending on how it goes, grab a death note. I'm going to kill all army ants and drive ants from Empires of the Underground. You do that, Nicole. Do that. In the death note. Write the ant's name. Murder the ants. Win the war. Yeah, I will start. I don't know if I should talk about schedule first or not? Or we'll just get into the game maybe, you know? For once. For once in my lifetime. Hello, Weeks! Welcome in. Hope everything is good with you. I am a bit crummy, so I will be a little bit... Let's take a quick check. What's this? Video schedule. Today, Okami. Oh, it should be released now. Okami is out on the channel. I can even do this. I think it will work. Latest video. I still don't have a list for things you can write, but there's a link. I think I should link actually in the after after the stream and not in the beginning, because if you click it, it will go to that video. So I should probably link that stuff later. Maybe I shouldn't have timed actions for this one either. I don't know. I've seen some streamers and YouTubers, they have timed action also. They link to videos and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's better. He didn't do. But that's the latest video. Okami released today. And then stream schedule. We're streaming Death and Faeology today. And I will maybe be a little bit sloppy because I don't want to stream for too long if I continue to feel crummy. Oh no, sorry to hear that. I'm tired but good. Hoping I won't get a cold because boyfriend has one. I ain't got time for that. Oh no. Such a classic with the colds. Draw the name army ants on the death note. And done. All the army ants and driver ants are now dead. If it only were that simple, right? Let's see, what do we got here? choosewiselyfestival logo. And tomorrow, I've been editing Shadow of the Road. I'm on the last bit now. Hopefully we'll be done tonight or in the morning tomorrow. And then we're streaming Name of the Will tomorrow. Gonna be interesting. It's a bit of a darker psychology game. It's a little bit, you know, twisted. It's special. It's special. Yeah. I think I was gonna show like a picture also of Okami, but I forgot to add it, so there's a video out on the channel at least. Okami, made by the same creators. Death and Faeology and Okami is the same team, which is pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not sick. It's just maybe I've been eating too many dates, or I've been eating too many dried ass mango. They're so tasty, and then maybe I ate too many, or the combination of something else, and you know, now the body is processing something and it's not super happy about it. So I can feel, you know, how that part of the body is affecting my brain. Like technically I just want to lay down and take a nap. Yeah. But I'm thinking, you know, we try to do a stream at least, and if I don't feel better, because usually I feel better after like a little while. The body just needs to process it. Don't eat any more stuff now. Drink water. Let it calm down. I love the dry mango, but yeah, too much is not good. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be the mango. And my stomach is now like, I need to process it, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I was thinking like, oh, I haven't eaten that many, but you know, there's pretty big slices, and you eat 4 of them, and it's quite a lot. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Let's see here. Hit to choose the game. Doku desu ka? Hello? Hello? Trying to find my game. Oh. Don't go there. We got the music at least. Oh, bloop. Put it down there. No, not in there. I had to fix with OBS. There we go. Transition. There we go. So my face will cover some of it. Like, you know, this layout and everything is, you know. Oh my god, that's loud. Calm down. It also doesn't like it doesn't like when I'm clicking outside of it. Ah, fire ant, come over my head. Oi, Mr. Fire Ant, where did you come from? Sneaky fire ant. I'll lower it a little bit more. I think I did some settings, but maybe it didn't save. We will lower the volume a little bit more there. Maybe Windows. Yeah. Blech. Now it became a window, but you can't see it, so it doesn't matter. Can you fit into the screen? I hope the tiny black ants will raid the fire ant's nest. And the better. Okay. I can. Maybe not too much. Uh-oh. What is happening? Why did my Internet Explorer? You can go to sleep again. There. Go. Maybe I clicked on something. Ah, I clicked on wishlist. Okay. Let's try a new game then. What is your name? It is not Augustine. It is DodgeMaster. Proceed. Proceed, please. Very. And the music's gone. Grading first year assignments can be such an exercise in patience. I can imagine that. I ought to remind myself that Faeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. This university, the only Faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. Based on the title and the artwork in the menu, this looks very interesting. Yeah, I really like... They had like a couple of different pictures for the menu, but I really like the picture that they have like chosen here in the game, and as the one I also used for the thumbnail and stuff. It's really pretty with the like the gold and the black. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices. English. Prejudice. Goddammit. Prejudice. And misconception. I know that word, but why can't I say it? Prejudices. Yeah, that's the word. 100%. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Alas, I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poisoned apples, ushering princesses into eternal sleep. A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. It's a shame that my face covers part of the text. I'm sorry about that, you know. Kinda like I can't really fix that now. I could switch to another scene. Though I kind of should. They told us to use, you know, this overlay and stuff, but I'm not sure if you have to use it all the time. I have trouble saying that word too, even though I've heard it a million times and can hear it the right way in my head. Yeah, exactly. Prejudice. I feel I've just seen. I've been watching that series, like the old series, Pride and Prejudice. Prejudice, right? That's the word. Okay, I'm just gonna. Can I maybe take another scene? It feels bad to switch scenes, but at the same time, you don't really get the full picture. If I. Will it show up? Stop. Why is it not showing? Like now it's just a black screen. It should show. Capture specific window. No? Oh? You doing me? See? Me? Can you hear me? There's a chat. There we go. But now I need to move the chat also. guys, you're in the way. Let's go. Hey. Up into the corner you go. I think that will be better. Now you can see the whole game, right? So I ought to take a break. They said to use, you know, the overlay and stuff, but we used it a little bit, and now it's switching so we can see the whole screen. I think that will be okay, and you know, I got the tags and stuff. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. My beloved ooze. Oh, very, very pretty. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. I'd say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz's response through thrills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. The Cottingley fairies again? Yes, and Princess's eternal slumber due to poisoned apples. We don't care much for human princesses, but making poisoned apples is rather an easy feat. Shall I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that Fae folk is capable of more than that? At the same time showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. Or maybe I can't help but chuckle. I believe some might just quit that same day if you do that. Besides, if other Faeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they will do to you. Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. Ooh. I would never let that happen. I've always appreciated you pursuing Faeology to ensure that this is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. You have saved me countless times since then. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. Fizzy! Hello, cat. It seems that even the laugh of a fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right, Mr. Henkel's letter. Thanks for reminding me. I retrieved the letter from my patron from a desk drawer. I lean back on my chair and read the missive aloud myself. Okay, Nicole, I'm reading what you are writing, but I'm not gonna read it out loud because it doesn't really belong to this game. It's good that you're having fun with the with the ant game. Dear Dodgemaster, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Leo's Gala? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whiling away an evening with champagne and canapes and invigorating company. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those old sods with deep pockets ready to be exploited by way of funding grants for your research. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Do write me sometimes before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date. Oh shit. We're last second person. Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. Yep, that's what I say myself. I'd hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Faeology isn't worth my dough, they say. Thus replying chirp is decidedly indignant. I nodded us in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkel's letter. In other news, I heard that little Ruthie Blythe caused a minor ruckus in the city. How to speak is he? If your old friend Detective Cruz hadn't been in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened. I found myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was like when we were children. However, for better or worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. Lost friendship. I hope the sound is good, guys. I think it's decently, maybe ish okay balanced. I will put it a little bit higher, but I know the music is a little bit lower than everything else, so I hope it's good. I resume reading my patron's letter. Speaking of the detective, have the two of you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him last week's benefit. But last week's benefit? Ska du ha stolen, Kulle-Bulle-Bulle? Yeah. Bulle likes to sit behind my butt. Or sleep behind my butt. Yeah? When you're leaning? Guess I'll just try to actually sit like a human being. Straight up. Like we should. Not always though. I've heard it's good to, switch positions. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. Oh, Nicole, the kitty's behind my butt. He's behind here. I can't really put a cat cam behind her. He likes to sleep on the chair behind my butt, so I will have to, scoot forward and sit on the edge so that he can fit there behind. Crazy little cat. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you have told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite like it. Yet you speak very little of him now, and I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. No. What's bro doing? In the game, he's talking about some lost friendship. The letter is signed yours everlasting, Oscar Henkel. Well, I have kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Just then, as on cue, familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. I glance in the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Oz must have camouflaged themselves in a heartbeat. I put Mr. Henkel's letter in the drawer before calling out, "Come in, Minnie!" My assistant enters the office. Oh, hello, Minnie. Damn. She is careful to snap the door shut behind her. Professor? Yes, Minnie. ... Were you talking to yourself again? That's right, you know me. That's what I do. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knees when it comes to being an assistant. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Who? That police detective from the newspapers? Police detective? Even as I echo these words out, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. Uh-oh. You know the man who made you crumple the papers and toss them into the trash can. In the end, we are to stop our subscription for the dailies. Detective Theodore Cruz? Yes, that's the one. Knowing Theo is there make my world go momentarily off kilt. Uh-oh. It's as if by the magic of the fairies' tales I malign, the ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. No! Damn you, manifestation. Can't you tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? That's depends. Is a lie like that going to deter this man? An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. Probably not. He'd happily traverse the entire campus just to torment me, I'm guessing. Alright, let him in. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. I barely have time for a steadying breath before Theo barges in. Blah! He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. Slam. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a how do you do? What? Do nice cities suddenly mean something to you? What the kitty doing? He's sleeping. He made himself comfortable on the chair. He's gonna take a nap. I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out with so much as a goodbye. Oh. We have a relationship? Question mark? There was no one to say goodbye to. Did you find out I left only a few days later? Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? At least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't it? Oh, we did have a relationship of some sort. There's a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. As my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing, icy silence creeping in. I like the UI. Very pretty. I ought to break the silence before I freeze. What's in the box? What's in the box? He lets out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. There are things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left, even that oddly crafted handkerchief you loved so much. That handkerchief was a gift for you. I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Oh. Reach out for the box to check. I quickly stretch out my hand to the box, yet he is just as fast in catching my wrist before I can open it. I withdraw my hand from his grips swiftly, like a startled bird soaring into the sky. That truly caught me off guard. I'd forgotten what his hands feels like. Ooh, my cat. I was only kidding, although you really haven't changed much, have you? Smirk? Smirking? You just went straight for it. He sounds amused and slightly pleased, as if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. Neither have you. I threw all of it away right after you vanished. he says with a subtle squint in his left eye, another lying tale of his. I can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So what's really in the box? Wanna take a guess? I do have an idea. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Al Capone gang by himself and take their bullets before coming to visit me. This must be way more important than our poignant history. Case evidence? I've seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. It's a really big case, isn't it? He nods. The biggest of my career. And to come to me of all people, you must be at your wits' end about this. He looks away as if trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole Al Capone gang and take their bullets than have to see you again. Gee, that stings a little. So why would you? Hold on a minute. You think this has some sort of connection to fairies? He flicks his tongue in exasperation. Oh my, seems I've hit the bullseye. We stopped talking about fairies at some point when we were still together. Those talks always led to a heated discussion and then into arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism towards mystical beings. This is certainly the chance to tease him about it, though it might be unwise considering the emotional peril he must gone through to get here. What should I do next? Tease him. Ask more about his thoughts. Tease him. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. I know this must be hard for you, but I can't help it if you don't say anything. He sighs. You're right. As difficult as it is to admit, the thing you have told me about fairies and whatnot might have helped to make sense of this case. But I have to say, for the sake of my sanity, I still don't believe they exist. Fair enough. He appears pleasantly surprised by my answer, as though he was expecting a quarrel right around the corner. Is Mr. Cat still there? Yeah, he's still behind. Yeah, he's probably gonna sleep behind my butt until I stop streaming, I think. Probably, maybe. Little did he know, I have learned that it's moot to try to explain the otherworldly beings to him. So what makes this case so significant? Why do you think it's related to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath like a bolt from the blue. For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seems to revert to how it used to be. Memories. Until the seriousness returns to his face. No. First things first, since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidant can bring value to the investigation. And I have known you for a fact that you can be discreet. Still, I must ask your sworn secrecy on this matter. You got it? So tell me about the case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case, potentially perpetrated by a single culprit. Oh, now we're getting into mystery land. The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. They are from old money families, the types that make regular appearances at high society events. I see. No wonder you're all tensed up. You are telling me? She took me off every other case and insisted I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. And with some of the victims' peculiar manners of death. He pauses. This is where the fairies came in? He silently stares and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. You've got this. Now he draws in a long, deep breath. 3 of the victims had a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard before. The strangest case is the one with the body seemingly hardened into bone tissue overnight. Ew. Her corpse almost looked like a carved wooden statue. Ew. Oh, I've heard of something like that before. Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't start now. He clears his throat Abbas Headley. Without finding out what caused his death, and more importantly, who did this, the press could spin the stories out of control. I don't want to imagine the look on victims' families' faces if and when the papers are making a razz of this poor woman's death. Besides, what kind of depraved sick bastard goes around murdering women in such a way? This city's already running on fumes. Crimes become more rampant day by day. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulders every night. No, that's not very nice. It's no way to live. Even as he lapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just the city. The rising crime is bleeding him dry too. Yes, I am unsure what words could soothe those who are fighting it on the front line. I have never been where they are. The frown lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victims' backgrounds, having these murders being exaggerated in papers would presume the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. Would pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. No matter the cost. No matter who's to blame. You are right. Innocent people are going to bear the brunt for this. Sorry for my stumbling. This is a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning. Oh, kind of like real life. Is that why my stomach felt? I already had a premonition of the game. My arms cross an instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Disquietude. Is there anything you can do? I'm just one man. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Nothing but a pack of lowlifes in high places. He exhales sharply, his voice laced with contempt. Then he fell into silence yet again. Similarly, words seem to have abandoned me as I can't shake this feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener. Better than most. He curves his lips into almost a smile. Almost a smile. I don't mind it at all. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. Alright, let's go down to brass tacks. Brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scenes photos, a couple of blood samples, which I was able to request to bring to you, several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manner of death I've said, forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. How so? One of them doesn't contain iron. Ooh, that's interesting. Nothing surprises you, does it? If you believe in that kind of stuff, not much will surprise you, I guess. Well, about this peculiarity, I bring up something from my fairy books, but you'd always find a way to deny it. You're right about that. I'm still investigating the possibility of unknown drugs or poison that somehow caused these oddities. But I'd be a fool to not go after my hunches and look into all possibilities. Good cop. What about robbery? It's ruled out. No fingerprints, no evidence of breaking in, nothing had been stolen. And motives? Revenge? We are still interviewing the city elites, looking for the possible motives. But it takes time, you know how it is. Yes, of course, they are very busy. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. I kind of like the fact that they haven't put a gender on, like, us as the person. Like, I put my name, DodgeMaster, and I can be any person I want, and they don't gender me or they don't put anything, like, characteristics on me. Just a little bit like, okay, I work with fairies, I believe in fairies and stuff. So it's only like those details. But other than that, it's like, okay. Do I want to be male, female? Are they having, did they have, we don't even know. They live together and it sounds like we had a closer relationship. But it's still, you know, a little bit of questions and a little bit of like, whatever happened, it's between either two men or a woman or a man, or yeah, it's like you can be whoever you want. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. His expression turns sour at full tilt. Wait. Who? That man? I said people, but yes, that man would be particularly helpful in this matter. He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide it. Oh no. Even at the first meeting with Mr. Henkel, there was some inexplicable tension between the two. Theo said something about Mr. Henkel feeling off and always hated it whenever I had something to do with him. Though it might just be jealousy in disguise. You know, I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, he's most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask him a few things about this. Why, of course, he's always got a soft spot for you. Well, he's probably carrying a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way he follows you everywhere. Well, he happened to be interested in Faeology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Look at you, all ready to defend him. What, are you two an item now? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were months ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. But it was necessary to mention him. I don't know anybody else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there has never really been anything, even if we did go to fundraising events together from time to time. A nice touch. Didn't think about that. Yeah, it's very, very, very smart. Like I try to think about that sometimes too. When you create characters, to not force a character on players, because that can make you lose a bit of interest in the game, and like, or you connect to the game in like another way, and it's, you know, creates another scenario. It was strictly business. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reasons whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. What should I do? Try to make him see reasons. Explain the truth about the well, we don't actually even know. We are not anything. We go to fundraising events from time to time, but these are work. I have got to get money for my research from somewhere, you know? Our relationship is strictly business. He gives me a dirty look. Sure, I believe you. Nope, he doesn't. Besides, what I do with him is none of your beeswax. His voice becomes even more irritated. That's right, it's not my concern. Do whatever you want with him. Just make sure he can keep his mouth shut about the case. I can't help but groan at this turn of events. Oh, drama. I will. While we're on the subject of useful allies, you mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. I can take the blood samples to the university's chemist. She's good at what she does. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims, or their families at least. I'll trust your judgment. I take it this is your agreeing to help with the case. That's right. There are lives at stakes. He let out a soft smile, as though in quiet arrangement with what I said. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mentioned what we know using the evidence items. But the case files are for your eyes only. Understood? It's fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. Suddenly a realization comes to mind. Does it mean you'd be willing to hear about fairies? About Faeology? That depends. If this was indeed fairies' doing, and if through your investigation you can provide solid theories on 3 things: the culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives. Supported by evidence, of course. I'm sticking with the idea that there's a logical explanation, an earthly one, for now. Fair enough. I'd wager that you know we have approximately 24 hours to get some sort of answer, an answer that makes sense. I can feel the papers are close to getting the story. While you are investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poisons. How about it, Faeologist? Do you dare take on this challenge? Do I? Nope. I'll help you without being a challenge. I accept the challenge. Bring it on, detective. This brings a grin to his almost consistent brooding expression. Good. If you need anything from me, just ring me. Aye, sir. Fair enough. But you need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, but also keep an open mind on fairy topics if I succeed in what you asked. I promise. Will we get back together in the end? Will we be an item in the end? He's kinda handsome, you know. You can't see my mouse. Oh no. I'm touching his face. I'm touching his face, you guys can see it. Wait, can I fix that? I think I can. Capture cursor. Yeah. You get it. See it here. Touch your face. But I can't promise it not to scoff from time to time. That's good enough. I ought to get going. Maybe this will be an opportunity for you to increase Faeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. Maybe. Seems like some detective has been following the tiny part of Faeology in the newspaper. There's you. The one who had to stop daily paper subscription just because some detective kept getting the headlines. How do you... Before I could finish, he had walked towards the door and opened it. See you tomorrow around the same time. Sneaky bastard. Goddamn detectives, they know everything. I hear the door closed. Hey! I exclaimed with a hint of frustration. After some thought, I realized that he must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistant's. Reading papers was part of my daily routine when we were together. We were together. I can only shake my head in disbelief. Sigh. He hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about a few moments of our past relationship, also reveals themselves again, now that we are all done. That was quite a reunion. It was quite a reunion indeed. He hasn't changed at all, has he? I suppose. Although you don't have an obligation to help him. I know. But I've already agreed. Very well. Just don't overwork yourself. Classic. It's always overwork. Oh, don't overwork. Come on. Yep, thanks, Oz. I found myself slowly drifting into thoughts. A victim's manner of death, hardening into bony tissue. Could be one of the fairy curses, ossification. If only I could ask Oz whether a fairy was behind this and which one, but it's not that simple. Even if they are my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors, and they are secretive about their land too. A fairy like that doesn't come cheap. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. Speaking of requests, I should get started on a reply to my patron's letter. For some reason, he seems to be more insistent this time that I come with him to the gala. I retrieve a paper and a pen, and I mumble to myself as I write. Hello, Mr. Hinkle. Dear Mr. Hinkle. Oh, there, Mr. Hinkle. I hope your recent forays in high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... Should I be hyperbolic? Yes. More fruitful than they have been in the centuries you've been roaming amongst their lavish ranks. Guess I will do a little closer to each other again. Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folk of the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you to the annual Lyos Gala a couple of months ago, and I'm still weighing my options. How do I want to play this? Be coy. Be apologetic. I still don't have a definitive answer for you at present, I'm afraid. I sincerely apologize for my indecisiveness. About Ruthie. I can't say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Since we were both toddlers, she's frequently found herself in trouble. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her get out of quarrels. I would love to telephone her and ask how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there to smooth things over for her. I've now arrived at the topic of Theo, a detective cruise as my patron refers. I suppose his query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. How should I answer? You know, old news. Sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. I murmur under my breath as I write. As for Theo, I must be honest that sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. However, such thoughts are fleeting at best. I have not a single moment of regret over the decision to end it. Upon signing off, I seal the letter with wax. I then turn towards my trusted Fae. Ask, can I please trouble you with something? You want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Indeed, time is of the essence here. As always, please take care not to catch anybody's attention. You'll see it by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It would be my pleasure. Thank you, Oz. I'm off. I'll see you later today. You will get some honey or the stuff, milk and honey. You like that, right? I watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Yes, Professor? Hold on 1 second. I rifle through the content of the box. Ooh. Carefully, I extract the blood samples that Theo mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. Would you mind asking Dr. Rayford to analyze these blood samples? I'll do that, sure. As I hand the samples to her, I notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Really, you can see that? She has the same face. Over the 2 years we have been working together, I picked up on a few of her tells. What is it, Minnie? How did it go with the detective? If you don't mind me asking. Oh no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's lingering beef, of course, but we have sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. He has brought me a rather significant case that he suspects might have some supernatural elements, as hard as it was for him to admit it. Oh, good for him. I can't help but grin at her remark. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match at least. Yes, me too. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Minnie hurries out. I'm alone in my office again. Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by unexplainable eerie feelings. Ooh. I should start the investigation right away. Yeah, let's mess around. Drag and drop items from the inventory to the desk. Okay. Select an item in the records, then press the icon to open the inspector and read insights you have gathered. Okay. Hover the magnifying glass above an evidence to access the information and see the details in it. Use the black light to see invisible things. Read the encyclopedia to gain additional information. Press the button to end the investigation. Okay. Disk. Record. We got 4 cases. I need a better chair. My butt. My butt. Did she die from poison? Oh, she... Her hands are like... What's it called when they're dying? She like... Looks like she... No... I would say dry up, I guess, but... I'm not sure. And this is the one that turned to like bony. Do we get more stuff? Oh, we got more stuff. My god. Get another photo. Gonna drag out everything. Rich families. We got a coin. We got a box. We got a paper. We got a ring. Wait, they said something. I read the email earlier and they said something. Let's see. For now, it's easier not to stack items and to keep only a few on the desk at once during the investigation phase. Okay, so I shouldn't have maybe taken out all of all of the things. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Case file. Case for Mary Hatcher. If I'm careful, maybe we can, keep them around here. Can I drag this out? Ooh. They're big. I know how to Tetris. I can do this. Careful, careful, so we don't get stuck or anything weird. Oh, the music is nice. Starting to remind me of... maybe the case file will take one by one. Music is getting kind of loud. Where's the settings? The settings are gone. I will lower it a little bit if it plays again. Okay. What did this button? Okay. Tools. Oh, the music just stopped. Get no music. Oh no, it's coming again. Okay. Blue light, black light. I mean black light. Oh, cool. How does it work? Oh, I saw something on their hands. Okay. Look at the photos. I guess the photos won't have anything. It should just be the Lias Gala. Someone else was invited to the Lias Gala? Okay, seems to be it. Tools. Back. Well, so this middle-aged woman with the pearls is the victim. Is she in the first picture maybe? I guess this elderly man with facial hair is her father. The elderly woman with the fur color is her mother. Oh no. We get stuck on the woman here, but it's the victim is the woman to the right, I guess. The other man in the dark suit is maybe her brother. Okay, so this is the victim. Ah, now I touched the box, I think. I've seen this makeup powder somewhere recently. It's from Nectar Bell. This must have belonged to one of them, but which? I wonder if the owner likes the box design and carrying it around in her pocket since it's already used up. Perhaps the chemist has some interesting insight since her family owns the brand. She was talking about this box. Now I touched the other one. I get why the UI is a little bit sensitive. This seems to be the second victim's crime scene. The case... Or did I touch this picture maybe? Her complexion, it's not quite the pale hue of death. Far paler than should be possible. Almost drained of color, so like her blood is gone. Something's odd with her fingers. Might I touch this one maybe? I think maybe I touched this one. No, I touched that one. It's the third victim's crime scene. Her fingers. I've seen corpses before. Never like this. There's another strange thing about her fingers. So they both have something with their fingers? I don't see anything about her fingers, but... Oh, she has a ring? Maybe this is the ring? Okay. Blech. Okay, it reacts again if you touch it. Okay. I get it. I get why it's a bit sensitive, yep. Then you get to touch them again and again. Okay. The first victim crime scene. This is the first time I've encountered something that could be ossification. I feel sick to my stomach. No one deserves to die like this. Something odd with her fingers. Always the fingers, eh? Okay. I want to go to the fourth picture, but I don't want to touch anything. This is the fourth victim crime scene. Poor girl. It's a cruel thing to see youth being stolen so abruptly. Okay. The second victim's fingertips looks a little darker. Maybe? Like, I think this is the third one. And she has gotten kind of like that thing where it starts rotting away, you know? Also something with the mouth. And this one was more like... This seems to be the second victim's crime scene. Her complexion is not the pale hue of death, far paler than it should be, almost drained of color. Something odd with her fingers. I don't know, man. They look kind of normal to me. Yeah, the third was darker fingers. Yeah. Kind of like they rotted away or something. Never seen a coin like this. It looks rare. Rare coin. Ah, wait, she got the paper in this one. She got this one here. She was invited to the gala. My patron invited me to this event. I'm still uncertain if I want to attend. Yeah, but it's the same one as in this picture here. This one has a ring on her finger. This feels like it could belong to this young girl. And then the coin would be hers. If it is even nothing. And in this picture, definitely looks like she is number 2. The number 2 victim. Let's see what I say. So this middle-aged woman in the colored blouse is the victim. Colored blouse. I guess this elderly man in the suit is her father. This elderly woman wearing the cardigan is her mother, I suppose. This respectable man is perhaps her brother? That's the mother, I guess. Father? No, that's father. This is the victim. Let's see her. Oh, is she in the first picture? Oh yeah, she's the first picture. Yeah. Get the blouse here. I thought it was like an older woman, but it's the one there. So this is the victim here. And then this is the victim here. Guess maybe I did say that this was like the brother, but could also be husband because ring. We don't have a picture of the family for these two. Okay. Name, Mary Hatcher, age 19 years old. Young. Manner of death, death from shock due to arsenic poisoning. Time of death around 6 p.m. Victim profile, a young factory girl. Note, despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profiles, she has been preliminary included in this case because she was seen having a heated conversation with the third victim shortly before that victim's death. Police report the victim's father described her as not acting like herself in the days before she passed. Shortly before her death, the victim visited the police station. According to the interviewing officer, she seemed to be on the brink of confessing something when a look of terror suddenly crossed her face. She then appeared to change her mind. She hurriedly left the station without saying anything further to the interviewing officer. They should have a little background on the text, I think. It becomes a little bit difficult to read, especially if I put the pictures behind the text. Forensic report. Prior to death, the victim suffered from violent abdominal cramping followed by diarrhea and vomiting, consistent with the effects of arsenic poisoning. Traces of said poison can be found in blood type A and the glass she was drinking from near the time of death. Okay. Note, blood contains iron and other elements commonly found in human blood. Blood. Okay. So she talked with her before her death. I know in the olden days, you know, wasn't makeup a little bit of like, you know, didn't they have like arsenic stuff in them or such? Okay, third one, the woman with black fingers. Edna Niblet, age 64 years old. Manner of death, gnawing at her own fingers down to the bone. It's bones. Ew. Time of death around 10 a.m. Victim profile, an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report, a friend of the victim reported that she visited the victim's residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior to the victim's death. Friend also wanted to check on the victim's well-being as she had allegedly been acting strangely at a party the night before. According to the friend, she witnessed an emotionally charged conversation between the victim and a young factory girl. However, the friend didn't think much of the interaction at the time. At the crime scene, the invitation card dropped off by the friend was seen close to the victim's corpse and was taken in as evidence. Forensic report, no traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Note, blood does not contain iron. Ah. This is the one that does not have iron. Okay. Number 2. Name, Susan Moore, age 40 years old. Manner of death, refusing to drink anything but her own blood. Oh, fuck. Time of death, around 11 a.m. Victim's profile, an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report, the victim's mother reported that the victim was suffering from prolonged paranoid episodes in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Forensic report, despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemochromatosis. No traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Blood does not contain iron. Okay, she also does not have iron. Okay, so it might be her blood too. Number 1. Audrey Wooldridge, age 51 years old. Am I still in the camera? I'm sitting like a potato. Sitting a little bit. I'm still here, guys. I'm just sitting a little bit like a potato. Manner of death, hardening into bony tissues. From afar, the corpse looks like a carved wooden statue. Time of death around 1 p.m. Victim profile, an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. The victim reporting hearing strange noises and seeing strange phenomena in the days immediately preceding her death. The interviewing officer suspected, due to the victim's strange behavior, involvement in occult matters. No traces of drugs or poisons from what could be extracted from the body. Further autopsy is still in progress due to the victim's manner of death. Wooldridge. Now that's a familiar name. Oh, okay. Wooldridge. Okay. we got a book. Some Faeologists have applied Darwin's theory of natural selections to Fae kind by putting them in the same genealogy line as insects, especially the Lepidoptera group, which includes moths and butterflies. This is supported by their similarities to each other. Beneath a special black light, some species of butterflies can glow by having a chemical known as phosphorus, which fairies also have. Oh, can I? Doesn't seem to trigger anything if I use that. Can I use this one? It's just a book, man. It's just a book. Fine. Yeah, take away the tools. Oh, I can't take away the tools. Next page. Oh, there's a lot to read. The similarities of fairy kind to insects as well as birds to others in the animal kingdom manifest in terms of the variance of fairy magical abilities. One magical skill possessed by some fae is transfiguration, which is similar to metamorphosis. Wielders of transfigurative spells can make themselves or fellow fae take on another form, including appearing human. So we get a human fae murderer? Question mark. Any high faes have heightened powers of suggestion through the emission of toxins capable of causing hypnosis or illusions. Could explain why they're going nuts, you know? Although quite rare, some high faes can transform living being into solid objects such as stone or bone. Check. Number 1. Another example of fae magic is invisibility, which is similar to camouflage. There may be other types of magical powers that have not yet been documented. Fae factions and conflicts. There are two main factions of high fae: the scribes and the warriors. The scribes are known for their defensive magic and their intelligence. A bit late, but yeah, arsenic and lead was used in makeup before. I think we even have evidence of it from ancient Egypt. Yeah, like I know, I think in the movie, like Geisha's Memoir, I think that's where I like learned, kind of learned it a little bit. That I think when I was reading the book, maybe either the movie or the book, I don't know. But somewhere from that movie and from that part, I learned that. Or maybe I just connected it, you know, because the grandmother in that movie, she has like this stuff on her skin, both because she's old, but also because she used a lot of makeup, and it used to have arsenic and lead and stuff, so it fucked up her skin. That's what I understood, at least, you know. The history of Fae class conflict is not very well documented. It appears that there are quarrels between these factions, as there is a certain level of disdain from the other faction. However, disputes also occur between fairies of the same faction. Nonetheless, both factions of high fae deem parasites despicable low fae due to the limited and parasitic nature of their magic. Blacklight, all fairies kind seem to be weak against iron. Although a small amount of iron, such as in meat or blood, does not seem to ward off fairies. Historically, cold iron was often forged as weapons and used to repel fairy magic. The intricate use of iron combined with physics and chemistry is applied by Faeologists to develop a special blacklight to detect and distinguish the magical essence of the three main types of fae. This explains the coin, the black light. I can't read that. Oh, I touched the makeup. Sorry. I touched the makeup. Put it over there. Beneath the black light, scribe magic appears blue, warrior magic red, and parasitic magic purple or violet. Sustained black light illumination on an object imbued with fairy magic may reveal intricate details of certain complex spells. So this one had a spell on it, I guess. No. Can the tools go away? I need to touch the black light. God damn it. Oh. Oh, something's happening. Oh, it's doing more stuff? Oh, that's also... Wait, the ring had also purple on it. Wait, what's that on her hand? The ring had... This box doesn't have anything, it seems. Can I open a box? Don't seem to be able to open it or anything. Can't see anything through photos. There's nothing on the paper, but the ring has the purple. It's like purple and pink. It's more like the first one here. Beneath the black light square magnetic appears blue, warrior, magic, red, and parasitic magic, purple, or violet. This is... Oh! Ooh! Ew! I've seen this before. This is a parasitic fae. It became a thing. A failed transformation magic. I can touch him. Yeah. Then they should also turn. No? I'm having a lot of stuff here now. Take away this one. Maybe this. Let's see. Third. I can't put it. Well, I'll just put him in. Boink. A boink. A bink. In the family again. We'll put in all the photos. Oh, is that how you close it? Oh, I'm dumb. My bad. That was a button. Okay, can I make the ring also? Zzz. The ring doesn't transform. It's a little bit red on it though, so it's like purple and a little bit red. It's more purple, so. The ring looks red to me, but not sure. Yeah, it has like a tint of red. It's like there's some red on it, but it's mostly purple, so I think it's mostly purple. I feel like the cop should react to this, like, oh, now there's a bug in my box. What the fuck happened? Like the ring doesn't seem to... I guess this is a good transformation. It doesn't turn. Okay. Sustained black light illumination on an object imbued with fair magic may reveal intricate details of certain complex spells. Okay. Scribe fairies. The scribes are high fays who are capable of expressing benevolence and kindness that is similar to humans' kindness, and they tend to be friendlier to humans. However, this kindness is only shown in the form of a favor exchanges, and they do not go out of their way to help others like humans would. Describe magic that assists humans is contingent upon the favor that humans deliver to them. So I think Oz that we have is a scribe fairy, maybe. For example, some scribe fae may use their magic to give blessings to humans who have done very special favors or boons for them via inheritable invisible markings such as sigils or birthmarks. These blessings can last through generations. The rumored fae touched bloodlines have become wealthy and powerful through the decades that they have been favored. Rich families, question marks. Faes, maybe. However, they may also use their magic as a curse, sometimes even deadly if they feel offended or insulted. Greedy families, maybe, and then they have turned on them. Some scribe fairies are also prone to pranks and mischiefs when they are bored. Oh no. Warrior fairies. The high face of the warrior faction frequently resides in groups and are territorial. They are protective of their troops and tend to be unfriendly towards outsiders, especially if they come from the scribe faction or are human. They will smite anyone who interferes with their group. Humans entering their territory, even if accidentally, may face elimination through the warrior's offensive magic. Although fairy warriors typically remain within their own kind and seldom venture beyond their boundaries of the fairy realm, they are known for their aggressive temperament and volatile disposition. Caution is strongly advised when encountering and interacting with these beings. Parasitic fairies. Fairies with limited magic consistently need to feed off other sources of energy, mostly drained from humans, such as blood, hormones, emotions, and life force. However, the mechanism and rates at which these drainage processes occur are greatly varied. Notable incident. Oh, this is the last page. I'll read it too then. We read everything else. So. There are unconfirmed rumors that some high faes like to capture humans and bring them into the fairyland for purposes such as forced reproduction, servitude, ritualized combat for their amusement, and so on. The fairies leave challengings behind to mask their absence. The challenging is composed of several fae, typically of the parasitic type, magically transformed to look almost exactly like an abducted human. Due to the complexity of the fae magic required to create a changeling. The enchantment almost always goes awry. Anomalies common among changelings include an extra finger or an extra toe. Oh. Nearby heat conductors, such as small metallic objects, have also been known to repel or to warp the magic, creating changelings. Oh, wait. They said something was looking wrong with the hands, right? Record. We want to look at you, maybe. 1. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she has 6 fingers. That's what that was the what they said. Oh, it's a, so these dead bodies are changelings. That's why they also don't have blood in their bodies. And that's why they also died in such weird ways. The real humans are like abducted and stuff. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does the other hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one hand is okay. Okay. What about this one? 4 fingers, 5. I can't see more. She might have just been poisoned. Oh my god, how could we miss the extra finger? Yeah, we didn't count the finger. I didn't look at the fingers. I was like, what do you mean? The hand looks normal. Fooled, I was. Fooled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thumb is behind. Ah, yeah. So they're all changelings. Well, we'll solve the case. We don't know where the others are, you know. They've been adopted. You get the you can take the bug. You get the bug back, okay? Put it in the tool here. Cool. End investigation. Confirm. A knock on the door makes me glance up from my desk. I realize the sun has set while I've been absorbed in it. Yeah, I took a long time. So it's understandable. Come in. My assistant enters the office. Dr. Rayford has arrived to drop off the blood samples and she wants to talk to you. The kid is still here, Nicole. He's still behind my butt. Still taking a nap. Already? Yeah, she's just out the door. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. Alright, send her in. Minnie nods. She returns to the reception area. Dr. Florence Rayford enters. It has been only 3 years since she has worked at this university, but she has proven her reliability more often than not. Good evening, Professor. Good evening, Doctor. Dr. Rayford hands over the blood samples. She also gives me her lab report. Here you go. Thank you. So what have you found? The most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. Say, is this very related? How long was Mr. Cat still on your butt? The whole time. It's been 1.5 hours now. So he stays put until I move. Then he will be like, "Ah, oh, you're moving." Stirring. Say, is this very related? Her question prompts me to ask myself, to what extent of the case can I divulge to her? Theo did say I may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Although she has knowledge of fairies and their curses, can she handle seeing crime scene photographs? As I return from my thoughts, I notice her voice has taken on a higher pitch. This is so exciting! Are you working with the police? Does this mean that we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Oh my, we are going to be in the newspapers, aren't we? And not on the usual corner spots too. Oh, I can hardly contain myself. It appears she took my silence as a yes. Me be like, bro, am I even alive right now? Yes, you are alive. Remember who you are, Simba. It's good that she's excited about the possibility of advancement for Faeology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. Is suspicious. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrived to spare me. This specific sound is familiar, more familiar than when my assistant knocks. Ah, Oscar! Special delivery! Mr. Hankel's hands are empty. And what, pray, might you be bringing for me? Is it you? Are you the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. But I did bring a box of huckleberry muffins for your office. Oh, heck yeah. Oscar, best. Minerva was instantly enamored by their butterly scent. She's currently feasting on them. We can only hope she'll leave a muffin a piece for the rest of us. Oh, hello there, Florence. Are there an item? I didn't expect you to see in this office. Hello, Mr. Hinkle. Fancy seeing you here. Although you do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. She chuckles. Dude, that's just because this is where all my money went. All well-spent investment nonetheless. He makes a retort at Dr. Rayford, but throws a subtle smile in my direction. How cheeky. So, Florence, what's been occupying you as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she should tell me about what she did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the last soirée. However, he confessed he didn't have the faintest idea. You must tell me more about your chemical research on one of these days. The colorful pursuits of you young academics thrill me to no end. You know I can't share all that much, Mr. Hinkle. Unless, of course, you find yourself in a position to become the chemistry department's benefactor, then all their secrets are yours. A more playful giggle escaped her lips this time. This cat was 80% still on her butt. That I was like, bruh. I'm afraid I'm all tapped out, financially speaking. Oh, I'm not buying that one. Not for a second. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now I certainly don't want to get in the middle of the money talk of the rich. I wish I had that information, Doctor. It would make proposing for research much easier, with a bit of delicate leverage, naturally. Mr. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before this conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Upon recalling that I asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon, I'm about to retract these questions. Unexpectedly, though, he bows his head in assent. Your words have always had this immersive impact on me. Perhaps that is why you are such an effective educator. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post-haste. Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? I think you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Your muffins, for one, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guard down. Oh dear, you two are making me blush. I suppose it's time I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly anyhow. Oh no, that might not be necessary. I can't stay long either. Mr. Henkel lapses into silence as he continues staring into my eyes. It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him, but even harder to look away. He kind of looks like the other dude, the policeman. I wonder what I should do. I ought to discuss the case, but both of them seem to be in a hurry. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day since I need to have an important conversation with Dr. Rayford right away? Or should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? There are benefits to either choice. Soliciting Dr. Rayford's opinion on the case may be a good idea. She could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case. Her parents own a successful company that produces the powder makeup in evidence. She would also know the social happenings among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for an interview. Then Mr. Cat slapped my face. What? Cat just want to sleep, Nickel. Cat just want to sleep. His connection within high society knows no bounds. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Rayford doesn't. Since he has been funding my research for a long time, he's also more familiar with fairy topics. Whom should I interview? Oh man, we gotta make a tough choice, guys. Who do we want to talk to? I feel like... Technically, since, you know, Dr. Rayford, she does work in the office. She also, well, they both said they kind of had to go. Mostly it just feels like, you know, people pleasing and being mean to one or the other. And my butt. I'm kind of leaning towards Dr. Rayford. I want to know more about the blood. The blood. I'll take Dr. Rayford. Dr. Rayford, would you mind staying a little longer? I'd like to hear your opinion about something. Dr. Rayford glances at me and then at Mr. Henkel and then back at me with a glimmer of mischief in her smile. Are you sure, Professor? I let a resigned sigh. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to deal with her teasing. Yes. When I address my patron once more, regrets colors my tone. Mr. Henkel, would you mind coming back another day? I have something crucial to discuss with the doctor at present. Well, of course, I understand your scientific pursuits precedes all else. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for dropping off those muffins. He only replies with a smile. I'll see you soon, right? As soon as possible, I promise. Mr. Henkel and Dr. Rayford exchange brief goodbyes. My patron then departs. I'm alone with the chemist again. Doctor, I might need your further assistance regarding the blood samples and also something more pressing. So it is true, you are working with the police? I suppose Detective Cruz consulted me this morning about an ongoing criminal case. Oh, do I sense some old flame flickering back to life? Hee hee. Your eyes are tricking you, Doctor. It has been ashes for a long time now and nothing has changed. There is a hint of disbelief in her eyes, but I won't indulge her in her playful teasing as there is more important matter at hand. I clear my throat. I would also like to ask you for information as you may be acquainted with some of the victims or their friends and families. Alright. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you, although I do need your sworn secrecy on this. Of course. I'm adept at keeping secrets. You need not worry. Those samples I analyzed are part of the evidence in this case, right? That's right. Let us begin. I tell her the fundamental facts of the case while she listens silently, all the while. When I finish my summation, she has only one word to say to me. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. A dead bug. Is this part of the evidence? Well, yeah. My, are you proposing to me, Professor? I'm afraid my heart still belongs to my late husband. I can hear sorrow seeping through her peppy voice. Quietly, I slip the ring back in the box. Okay, so we'll take the blood then. Ah yes, the most intriguing piece of evidence. It's weird, isn't it, that it doesn't contain iron at all, even though it looks just like human blood. Not to mention the high percentage of phosphorus. Would you let me know if I ended up being a fairy after all? Only if I'm allowed. Is there any insights from chemistry as to why there would be no iron in a red-colored blood? Sadly no, I'm just as puzzled myself. Okay, the other blood. I found traces of arsenic in this blood sample. Yes, that was reported by the forensics team too. One wonders who could have done such a thing to the poor girl. Actually, chemists do sell arsenic to common people to make their own weed killer and rat poison. I haven't done that in some time, not since the university contract. But I'm sure the detective has asked his henchmen to collect purchase records from chemists all over the city, don't you think? Yeah, what is that board? I've done my best to put all the details there, although I might have missed something regarding the curious blood sample. Oh yeah, does she know the families? This is Mr. Moore and her family. Could you tell... Well, that's my voice. Could you tell me what you know of them? Well, I have heard that when Mr. Moore's biological parents passed away, she was adopted by her parents' trusted employees, from whom she received a lot of love. These employees couldn't have children, you see. Her biological parents left her a substantial inheritance, which she received when she came of age. Then she was married out of love to a wealthy entrepreneur. They were hand in hand wherever they went. It's a sad thing, her luck seems to slip away just when she needed it most. Dr. Rayford... I'm still talking in her voice. Dr. Rayford seems to know more about Mrs. Moore than she let on earlier. While she sounds quite sympathetic, I can somehow sense a hint of jealousy in her voice. Sneaky. I'm telling you. This is a family photograph of the Wooldridge. Ah yes, it was everywhere in the papers when her father married the famous and one of the most beautiful socialites. The other man here is Mrs. Wooldridge's stepbrother. Do you know anything about these people? Aside from being fabulously wealthy and well-known, not particularly. Yeah, maybe our patron knows more about that. Ah, my parents' greatest achievements. It's one of the things I wanted to ask you, Doctor. I don't know much about makeup. How popular is this powder among high society? The powder has been crazed lately among the upper class, since my parents have successfully gotten Mary Pickford to do its advertisement. Well, I'll be. Okay. Invitation. This is tomorrow's gala. I'll not be going there since the opera is playing. I didn't know you're into opera, Doctor. My late husband and I used to go there for one of our date nights. Sadness leaks through her eyes even though her smile stays bright. I hadn't the faintest idea she's been married before. Speaking of which, I spotted Detective Cruz at the Met during last month's performance. He appeared to be enjoying the opera, accompanied by an attractive, tall, blonde woman. It was quite an unexpected sight. I never took him for an admirer of opera. Well, that's a new one on me. He's already dating. Do you happen to know this girl? Unfortunately, no. I don't know her. Do you know this woman? Oh yes, I know her, although I can't seem to recall her name. Mrs. Niblet. That's right. I saw her quite often at the auction, only going for rare coins. Ah. So she's the one with the rare coins. As usual, the winning bid was hers. I wonder if some of those coins carried some sort of curse, since they came from God knows where. Yeah. This one? There is no sound to be heard as she stares at the photograph for a little while. I wonder if it's too much for her. Is this Mrs. Wooldridge? It's a little difficult to recognize her because of the, well... She speaks with her usual sunny lilt, which is quite surprising. I guess she has got a strong stomach. Yes, you're correct. What do you know of her? Everyone knows her and her family, that's pretty sure. They're one of the richest in the city, the elites of the elites. Accordingly, their circle consists of only of very selective people, such as your patron, I imagine. Oh, and their family likes to host charity events. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Unfortunately, what I told you previously is all I know about her. If she did dabble, do you think maybe her manner of death is a result of occult matters? It is certainly a possibility. Alright, it is certainly a possibility. Mrs. Moore! She seems to recognize the victim quite fast. We have met once or twice at a clothing store and exchanged a few pleasantries. Occasionally, I would see her and her husband at various dinner parties as well. They were a lovely couple. It's surprising that she seemed rather unfazed by quite the gruesome photographs. I wonder if she had seen worse deaths caused by chemicals. Although even if I had seen worse, I doubt I could muster such cheer. I never realized this peculiar side of her. I think I've showed her everything now. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's this is how you read about the information. The Fae is of the parasitic class, as confirmed by the violet traces visible beneath the black light. It also shows some traces of red. Yeah, that's the mix we saw. Beneath the black light, the ring has mostly violet and some red traces of magic. My source mentioned a notable closeness between the second victim and her husband. Invitation letter to the annual Louise Gala. Dr. Rayford will not be attending this event. A beautiful cosmetic eyeshadow box adorned with gold accents, butterfly motifs, and a beautiful lady on the cover. Dr. Rayford's parents own the company that produces this makeup, Nectar Bell. Okay. The crime scene photograph of the fourth victim displays her manner of death. She was seemingly poisoned. There is nothing odd in the photograph. My source doesn't know her. The crime scene photographs of the third victim displays her manner of death, specifically gnawing her own fingers down to the bone. Apart from the wounds from gnawing, there is another strange thing about the victim's fingers. She was known among her peers of her rare coin collection. That explains the fingers. There was a curse on the coin and she didn't like touching it and it got on all of her fingers and then she went bananas and wanted to eat up her fingers and then she died. The crime scene photograph of the first victim displays her manner of death, specifically hardening into bony tissues. This phenomenon is known as ossification. There seems to be something strange with the victim's fingers. It is unclear whether the victim was involved in occultism. The crime scene photograph of the second victim displays her manner of death, which is refusing to drink anything but her own blood. There seems to be something strange with the victim's fingers. The victim and her husband were often seen together. The photograph displays the second victim, Susan Moore, and her family. I see some kind of markings on the hand of one person. markings on the hand of one. My source pinpointed their relations. The photograph consists of family members. The victim, adoptive father, adoptive mother, and the victim's husband. Okay, so they were adoptive. Okay, I need to go now. See you. Okay, Nicole, have a good continuation. Take care of yourself. The photograph displays the first victim, Audrey Wooldridge, and her family. I see some kind of markings on the hands of two people. Markings on the hand. I never noticed that. My source pinpointed the relations. The photograph consists of family members. The victim, biological father, stepmother, and stepbrother. Okay, so that's brother, stepmother, and father. Yeah, I've showed her everything, so boink. End interview. Okay. Confirm. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Is that so? Well, alright. Earlier you mentioned you had prior arrangements, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. So, you've been incredibly helpful. It's no problem. Don't hesitate to reach out if you require anything else. I gave her a brief nod. Dr. Rayford then departs from my office. I'm alone again, but not for long. My assistant pops into her office. Professor, I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can help you to do? Help? No, I'll be perfectly fine. I think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay, see you tomorrow, Professor. Have a safe trip home. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. Bye, Minnie. I have some time until I have to wrap up my work day and head home from the office. Alright. Tools. So I don't think we need to like read anything more in the book unless we want to look back at something. This was a case file. Let's look at the lab report maybe. This is Dr. Rayford's lab report on the blood samples. The content is quite similar to the forensic report. While elements similarly found in human blood such as phosphorus, carbohydrates and some proteins are found in the third victim's blood, it doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found in a higher percentage than that in human blood, making it possible for this to be blood of a fairy. The fourth victim's blood appears to be normal human blood with iron present. I want to see the signs on the hands too. Yeah, I'm gonna check that. Traces of arsenic are also found. Although there is some new information, I had expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask her to finish it as soon as possible, and she delivered. I wonder if she's the culprit. This arsenic, huh? Oh, that was it. Okay. Arsenic. I have read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. Yeah, makes sense. We get the ring, we get the bug, we get the blood, we get the blood. Let's take out the family pictures. Am I saying something new now? The man in the darker suit seems to be the husband of the victim. The woman with the pearls is supposedly close to his in-laws. This means the other two are the victim's adopted parents. Trying to see markings. Can't really tell the markings. So this middle-aged woman is the colored blue blouse, and the elder man in the suit are father and daughter related by blood. And the other two are the stepmother and the stepbrother. I can't really see the markings they're talking. I don't know. Imitation, makeup, No surprise this part have been all the rage with Upper Reed. They get married. This must have been where I knew it from. Okay, so I'm saying a little bit of like new stuff. Stiff. Okay, so let's look around, I guess. There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax, antenna, curvature, elongated legs, they are exactly the same as the parasitic Fae I catalogued several months ago. What happened to you, poor Fae? Of course, no response is forthcoming. He's dead. I can't even begin to imagine how her husband must feel, losing his soulmate this way. Yeah, we looked at these. Dr. Rayford didn't know her at all. Yeah. It seems the coin in the evidence is hers. Yeah. I wonder if other people from her clique are involved in occultism. Mr. Moore and her husband seemed like delightful individuals. That's all you had to say about it? Okay. What Dr. Rayford said about Theo comes to mind. I wonder if he has moved on after all. Fuck Theo. No, I don't know. I have no idea what happened between these people, okay? I'm not gonna judge. Let's see here. Let's look at the case files. Name, Audrey Woolwich, age 51 years old. The same. Wooldridge. Now that's a familiar name. Okay. It's the same. Oh. Go. Susan Moore, age 40. Let's see if there's anything new. Nope. Same. Oh, they keep disappearing. Soon we have no case files. Sorry, cop. I lost them. Gnawing your fingers. No, it seems to be the same. And it's gone. Oh no, I broke it. Same, I guess it's gonna be the same. Same. And gone. And we also read this one. What happens if I take this one out also? And gone. And gone. And gone. It's all gone. Oh, the pictures worked. We have officially lost all the stuff. Sorry, cop. You know. I'm a clumsy person, yeah. Oh no, it's all gone. It'll be interesting to see if this works now. Shit. Have I broken the game? Oh no. Help. Help. Well, I don't think we got any more to look at. So let's hope it's not broken. It's the next afternoon. I should be grading assignments or reviewing the lecture I'm going to deliver come Monday, or do anything productive in the realm of professional duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more towards the office door. I voice my frustration to good old Oz. Theo will probably arrive at any moment. I can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be enough for him. In the past, no short of explanation ever seemed to please him when it came to fairies. And why should it do so now? My voice cracks with concern. This time he This time he came to you bearing in mind the possibility of fairies' involvement. He'd be a fool if he discredited you so soon. My fairy companion's chirping becomes increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. It's just that he's never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. A professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive argument. But no matter what happens, at least you know you tried. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case. That's true. It's not my problem. You're right. Of course you are. I'm not a detective. I'm simply a professor sharing my perspective. Thank you all for always taking me off the ledge. Just then somebody knocks on the door. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Bye. Best of luck. I whisper a hurriedly goodbye to my fairy friend. I'll see you tonight, Oz. Once Oz is flown out, I direct my attention towards the door. Come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. The detective? Minnie nods. Alright, send him in. Minnie nods once again and walks out of the office. Theo paces around a little bit after strolling in. He appears quite distracted. He finally stops and opens his mouth. But so, what have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here it goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. Theo investigates cases right where the crime scenes unfolded. He's agonizingly familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. I must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. I have read the case files. Victims' odd behavior shortly before death could be due to the hypnotic spells from fairies. The fourth victim went to the police station, but before she said anything, it seemed she saw something that scared her away. What if she saw something not human? And the manner of death? He interrupts me before I can finish. I have no time for assumptions. The papers telephoned our department this morning, said they found out about some of this death. But that's why he looks agitated. The chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow's regarding this, so I'll just cut to the chase. Is there fairy involvement? Yes. Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics, since I'm pretty sure you have discarded the things I've told you in the past. He grumbles as if in admission of my statement. So far, we have identified three classes of fairies: warrior, scribe, and parasitic phase. Warriors have strong offensive magic, scribes' magic tend to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We Faeologists have developed a tool called Black Light to detect traces of Fae magic, and it can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Yeah, we didn't see anything in the photographs, or did we? I should have used the black light on the family photos, I guess. Damn it. Warrior's magic glows red, scribe magic's blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. I have found that seemingly fairies of one specific class are behind this. Which one is the culprit? I would say parasitic. They are of the parasitic class. What is the evidence? Dead Fae? Makeup. Third weakest blood sample. Dead Fae? How does this prove parasitic involvement? I put the dead Fae beneath the black light. This is a dead parasitic Fae. Look, it glows under black light. Is this dead bug the one behind the murders? And I can't see the purple traces, but what about this red glow? He's right. I feel like I didn't think this through. You're right, it appears I should reinvestigate. What else you got? Ugh, my butt. We have the ring. How does this prove parasitic involvement? I place the ring beneath the black light. You see, Mrs. Moore's ring glow purple under the black lights. But what about this red glow? He's right. How did I not see this? I did see it! You're right, it seems I missed it. Theo lets out a long sigh. I did see it. What are you talking about? The look on his face, he says, what? He's profoundly disappointed. You know, I'm just gonna blur this. Fuck you, Theo. I swallow back a lump rising in my throat. Clearly you haven't been thorough in your investigation. Either you're missing important things or you don't take this as seriously as I thought. But I do take it seriously. If I could just really investigate. It's hard to get any sentence out of my mouth. The words of mine could ease the way he sees me now. It doesn't matter. We're running out of time. I couldn't find proof of it being unusual drugs or poisoning either. Even the most atypical drugs don't cause this kind of bizarre hallucinations. No poison could turn the whole body into hardened bones. His eye narrowed on me, full of quiet accusations. Dude, just get out of here. Do your job elsewhere. I got a school to teach and stuff. I will do my own stuff. You know, you don't even want to have this conversation. Get out. Honestly, I can't believe this. You have dedicated many years to the study of forensic Faeology. And this is all you have to show for it? What are you? I know you're clever, capable, competent. But you ought to consider changing your field. You're not cut out for forensics. I feel like I'm starting to see red. I can't believe it's bringing up my profession this way. I know I messed up. I didn't mess up. Did not mess up. Phew. But you just crossed the goddamn line. You know, so I tried my best, given the limited time, but he just keeps hammering away. Yeah, because he's a little bitch. He's like a 5-year-old. It's a classic example of people that need to communicate and grow up. But it hits me all over again how easy it is for him to make me feel really small. Yeah, he's just mean. Theodore, I'm just laying down the facts. He says it so nonchalantly, as if he doesn't see the effect of its opinion on me. I can't do this anymore. My anger is beyond containment. Yeah, I've already exploded. I'm well beyond. I never want to see you again. Get out. Fine by me. I don't plan on ever coming back to this office anyhow. Upon picking up the box of evidence, Theo turns to leave. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Or do. He slams it. I found myself striding restlessly in my room, seething with frustration. Perhaps this is for the best. After all, there's a reason I walked away, and it's all coming back to me. As I was steadying my breath to calm down, I realized something. I haven't explained Dr. Rayford's findings on the blood samples, how it could be fairy blood, and the significance of the scribe sigils on prominent families. I didn't see the sigils, because I didn't use the blue light. She gave me additional information too on the victims, as well as the popularity of the makeup. I didn't have the chance to tell him all that. Yeah, he didn't even give me the chance. You know, we talked about 2 things and he's already like, I'm so disappointed in me. Well, so be it. I'm not going to write him or telephone him. Perhaps I'll just write an anonymous letter to the homicide department. But first, I ought to finish grading the assignment that I neglected yesterday. It's been an hour and a half since I forced myself to get back to work, yet my anger hasn't subsided. Then it strikes me. I'm no more angry at Theo than I am at myself. How did I fail this? Why wasn't I thorough enough? I'm not a cop, man. How the fuck am I supposed to know all this? Still, it doesn't give him the right to talk to me like that. I burn my face in my hands as I realize that I have merely been spinning in circles. Professor, is this a bad time? Yes! Get out, Minerva! I look up at her in shock. When did she get in? I knocked and waited for a minute. It then occurred to me that perhaps you didn't hear me. Oh, sorry. My mind is more than a little preoccupied. The detective had an intensely brooding expression when he left. I figured that the meeting didn't go well. I can't stay longer today if you need to talk. Thanks, Minnie. I'm not sure about talking, but I could use some company. Of course, Professor. Would you like me to fetch us a bottle? Sure. Let's take a bottle. Any preference? Whichever bottle is the biggest. Or whichever has the highest alcoholic content. Ending 6, Bottle Blues. Guys, I sucked. Come on! Come on. Like, yeah, there's different endings to the game. But I'm not gonna lie, that ending made me angry because, you know, I thought I would be able to talk about it, like, more different things and not just 2 choices, and then I was fucked. Ugh. Lead director, artist, Marshmallow. Oh, that was fast. Can I scroll? I can scroll. Marshmallow. Narrative design, script writer, Lily. Marshmallow. Lead programmer, Emilisa. Emilisa. Another programmer, Furman. Former team members, original scriptwriter, Elias. Initial outline and concept, Bill McDarragh. Research assistant. Is this a cat or like a... Is this a real cat or just little cat? Item art, a Placider donut. Music, Mew. Dova Syndrome, The Red Lullaby. Free Sound, Dova Syndrome. Logo font, Utah. Special thanks, quality mistakes for the precious feedback. Patrick and Leon, everyone who have put interest in this project and supported us during the development, and you, our dearest player, thank you for playing. Ah, Butter Blues. Ah, so annoying. Well, this stream has already been 2 hours, so I guess we got a bad ending. I think it's a bad ending. I'm gonna guess it's, you know, one of the bad endings. I thought I did good. Probably can't load game either because I didn't even save anything. I didn't save anything. I didn't do anything. Like, sure, we could click fast and then try to do the stuff again, and it would probably go pretty fast. Like, I don't know how fast it will go. Like, we skip reading anything. We just click all the way fucking through. Really annoying. So annoying. I thought I was thorough, and then... Was it just because I picked bad examples to show to him? Then it just didn't work? What's my name? Bad cop. Such a bad cop. Like, we have the skip button, right? So we can just skip, blah blah blah, and it goes boom. Spawn in disbelief. I don't believe you. Declare myself for customers. Well, you saw right through me. There's no way those things would fit in this box. Sure. Tease him. Oh, this must be killing you. Mister, I don't believe in things I can't see. He lets out a loud, sharp and exhale, this time with a touch of indignation. Dry up, will you? I still don't believe they exist. Just trying some new options, you know. Try anything. Doesn't matter. You came here despite everything. You knew you get whatever it takes to solve the case. Do it. Oh, Theodore. Yeah, accept the chat. Let's go. It's good we have a extreme speed option. Yes. Be hyperbolic. Be apologetic. Oh, I clicked outside. Yeah. Oh, double sound. He and I are old news. Screw him. We gave the blood to the person. Tick. Okay. Records. Yoink. 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 Now I'm gonna be fucking thorough. I'm gonna look at every single thing here. God damn it. Place them beautifully here on the table. We'll just take out this book and be like, I read it all. Blah, 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 blah. I guess in one sense, maybe I didn't get all of the information into my head from this book also. Like, how do we... Why were they a mix of colors, right? Well, we might read more later then. Like, I don't want to take too much time out of this. I know the game could be a little bit more than 2 hours, depending on how you do things. Wait, what's that on her hand? Yeah, run too. Yeah, let's just speed through it. We can do this. Just a little bit more. Okay, so now... now... Oh, you see that? There's a little blue thing there on the hand. She's got a blue thing on her hand there. There was no one else. She got a blue thing on her hand. I saw something on her hands. And he also has a blue thing on her on his hand. But no one else. We don't react to his hand though, but okay, they both have. Oh, what's happening? And then we keep burning it. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, 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 burn. You gonna burn? Nothing on this one. Not reacting to the ring. What? Her head disappeared. I saw something on their hands, but that's the other picture. Nothing there. Nothing there. If it's strong enough in the picture, it should appear, they said. I guess the ring will react like the second round when we check on it again. Yeah. Okay, now we gotta take a look, get the information. Information. Get the information. See if we can get a better ending. If I get the same ending again. I'm just gonna accept my fate, you know. Like, nope. I'm done as a cup. I will never be a cup. A bad cup. Made out of gold. Easy do. Texture looks interesting. Okay. It seems when they have something behind, maybe things are disappearing. Not really sure. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I was just in the wrong page. Okay. Please file. Read. Read. And boink. And boink. It's kind of funny though that you can like speed through the game pretty fast. You still already kind of remember most things, but I guess at the same time, in one sense, it's not necessarily that I... Like, it's also that thing where maybe you should do it again and read things again, because you might have missed some details and you need to rethink. They might have been sneaky with, you know, the stuff, the creators. Goddamn sneakiness. Sneaky. Come out. Okay, I think we'll look at everything now. And then this is just, you know, collected information. There's nothing odd in the photo. I don't think we can use this. I didn't use this one also. Does any reaction in the book? I don't think it will, but you never know. Never did this though. Oh, come back. Colors, 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 colors. Yeah. Colors, colors. Not saying I don't think there's anything with the book. It's just for our information, right? But I wonder what more they can like do in this game. Will there be different? Or maybe this is like this is a demo, so they have something more planned for it, I guess. Cover. But I wonder what more they would be able to do. Right, back up. Come in. Okay, who do we want to interview this time? I feel like Dr. Rayford is still better to talk with. We could find out something more if we talk with Henkel, but at the same time, I don't know. The tough question, this one. Which one do I speak with the... I'll try Dr. Henkel. Can you go away, Doctor? Bye. Okay, what do you want to talk about? It's from Detective Gris. It is indeed. He brought it to me this morning. You haven't seen the detective in months, have you? How'd that visit go? Better than I could have hoped. You know, it wasn't really all that bad. I expected more bitterness and distasteful arguments like we had in the last couple of months of our relationship. He was more composed than I thought. Yet, perhaps it was because of this particular case weighing on his mind. Mr. Henkel listens to me quietly, but it's hard to tell what he is thinking from his phlegmatic expression. Alright, tell me about this case. How can I help? After binding my patron to my secrecy, I rattled off the basic facts of the homicides. I believe I might have heard a bit about this case. Not the gory details, mind you. Just little whispers here and there. Yes, I was hoping you'd be familiar with some of the parties involved. I wanted to show you something. Please share any knowledge you might have about the evidence. Sure, I can do that. Alright. Talk about this. Are you familiar with this girl? No, I've never seen her before. Whoever this girl is, I express my sincerest condolences. No one knows her. This is a photograph of Mrs. Wooler's family. All the faces here are familiar to me. I must express my deepest sympathies when I see them at the Lyle's Gala. Can you tell me more about the people in this picture? The Wooldridge are perhaps one of the most prominent and powerful families in the city. The victim's father was in the running to be the richest in the world until he decided to devote much of his wealth to lavish charitable endeavors. I could explain the money problems. This elderly woman is the victim's stepmother, a beautiful socialite from whom the victim's father divorced her biological mother. This younger man is the victim's stepbrother. Okay, next family. This is a photograph of Mrs. Moore and her family. What can you tell me about the people in this picture? I believe this elderly couple is her adoptive parents. I have never really talked to them, but I hear they're kind, wonderful people. Biologically, Madame Moore was born as a so-called miracle baby to wealthy parents of advanced age. When he passed away, she had no other family members by blood. She was thus adopted by a middle-class couple who were trusted employees of her biological parents, or so I've heard. Upon coming of age, she received her sizable inheritance and wedded a recently rich entrepreneur of humble origins. This is her widower in the photograph. He is said to be extremely close to his parents-in-laws. How terrible. I knew Madame Woolridge. As you undoubtedly know, her family hosts the city's biggest charity event every year. They tell me the fundraiser will be moving forward despite the tragedy in her family. According to my sources, she loved that event dearly and definitely would have wanted it to proceed. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Knowing this woman as I did, I doubt it. If it would help, however, I have heard several elites are members of just checking my Twitch. Things seems to be going. I only heard of the name the Golden Dawn. Hardly anyone knows about its existence. But you do have your way of knowing, don't you? I say teasingly, and he responds with a sly smirk. I do indeed. Why are you showing me this invitation? Is this your way of confirming that you'll be my date? Oscar. No. Did I lock it down? Ooh. Why is he calling it late? I don't know. He's a handsome old man, but I don't know. Keep him hanging. Yeah, confirm the dates. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, baby. Perfect. I'll pick you up here tomorrow. Let's go. I made a decision. I guess it could, be fair. He's answering the questions, and I will be like, okay, this is my payback. I'll be your date. Oh, how awful! I was familiar with Madame Moore. Through the grapevine, I heard the devastating news of her death. I often interacted with this exceptional woman and her sprightly spouse at high society events. They are both gracious individuals. Did you know this woman? I did. She was fine. She was a fine, upstanding lady. She certainly didn't deserve such a gruesome ending. She was known among her peers for her rare coin collection. From what I have heard, you can see her collection displayed in every inch of her house. This is the first time Mr. Henkel and I are talking about something this gruesome, even though I've known him a long time. Oh, we're bonding. Yet, as he spoke his condolences while seeing the corpse's photographs, his face remained blank, as if the words never reached his expression. His eyes didn't even flinch. How odd. Well, he's old, he's seen stuff. I wonder if this lack of empathy is just a trait of being in the upper class. That too, but also old experience. You become kind of... You shut down a bit. My, this is very bold of you. Are you sure you want to be bound to me forever? Says you, asking the question knowing fully well this ring isn't mine. He laughs wholeheartedly. So whose is it? Mrs. Moore. All I can tell you is that she and her husband were always attached at the hip, 2 peas in a pod. They all react to the ring like, hee. I'm like, Brett, come on. Seems like this isn't a real coin, is it? It isn't even a real coin. Yeah, because it's supposed to be a bug. Is this the one from that popular brand? Nectar Bell? That's the one, although that's all I know about it. Can you talk about blood? I'm sure Florence knows more than I do when it comes to analyzing biological samples. Say the same about this then again. Yeah. How about this one? Oh, I see. This is interesting indeed. I can see why the detective came to you with this case. Okay, so he could talk a lot about the families and stuff, but couldn't really say anything about the blood and stuff, which is, you know, kind of sucks. Yes. I don't think I can ask anymore. Ah, I misclicked. I can't, like, go to the desk or anything. Confirm. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information already. Yes, Mr. Henkel. Earlier you mentioned you had a prior arrangement, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. Incredibly helpful. See you soon. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, bye bye. Bye, Minnie. Bye. Bye, Minnie. Okay, I got some time. This is the last moment where we can check for more things. I would guess talking with the doctor is better than talking with Henkel. That's my guess. Kind of feels like it, at least. Dun, 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 dun. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. We got the blue stuff. That's the only thing they say about that. And it became a bug. I've seen it before. This is a parasitic Fae. A failed transformation magic. But it has red in it. And why does it have red in it? The ring isn't even reacting this time. Hello? Not even giving the clues this time. Is it broken? Might just be a little bit broken. Okay. Take out this one. Alright. She said something new. Look at it again. I wonder why Mr. Henkel is so insistent on attending this event together. Can it be that his intention towards me aren't entirely platonic? Quite suspicious, yes? There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax, antenna curvature, blah 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 blah. Exactly the same as the parasitic Fae I catalogued several months ago. What happened to you? Of course, no response is forthcoming. Question is, because he was a coin, did this one try to eat him? Did she try to jump on him? That way he's like half broken, you know, she chomped on the coin or something? I don't know. Mr. Henkel didn't know her at all. Seems the coin in the evidence is hers. Well, it's not a coin anymore. It's a, it's a bug. A little Fae. To this middle-aged woman in the color clothed with its father daughter blood. And now the two were the stepmother and the stepbrother. They are related by blood. And these are step. She had blue on her hand. He had nothing from what I could see. The man in the darker suit seemed to be the husband of the victim. The woman with the pearls. The woman with the pearls. He's supposedly close to his in-laws. This means the other two are the victim's adoptive parents. Adoptive parents? Husband. Victim. But here they... No, here they both had blue. They were related by blood. There it was only her. And they are adoptive parents, and he's just the husband. Mr. Henkel mentioned about Golden Dawn. I should tell Theo about this. Golden Dawn. Mr. Moore and her husband seems like delightful individual. But this is Dr. Rafer's lab report on the blood samples. The content is quite similar to the forensic report. While elements similar are found in human blood, such as phosphorus found in the victims are found in the third victim's blood, it doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found in a higher percentage than in human blood, making it possible for this to be blood of a fairy. The fourth victim's blood appears to be normal human blood with iron present, traces of arsenic. Although there is some new information, I expected the report to be more. Then again, I did ask her to finish as soon as possible. She did. Heard. I feel like I have. I've read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. We didn't do this. Look. But it's again purple and red. And the character is not reacting to it, so again, I don't know. Blood. Blood. Nothing. Otherwise, is blood. It's normal. Arsenic, huh? It's pure murder. What does it mean? I don't even know, Hicks. I've seen this before, but as if yeah. Why don't you react to the others? I only reacted it. And we have looked at these ones and it didn't do anything. The ring also doesn't do anything. And now we have read about them. Guess we do a little bit of like blah 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 blah. Doesn't react. Do do do. Blah 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 blah. Oh wait, I didn't do that. They did blue light. Shouldn't happen anything, but you never know. They wanted us to be thorough. I'm gonna be thorough. Look. The blue signs indicate scribe fairies relates to those families, only blood related. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to check that. I didn't do this one. Jules book. Oh my god. Like I don't want to read this book like crazy again. Beneath a special black light, some species of butterflies can glow by having a chemical known as phosphorus, which fairies also have. And there was a heightened amount of phosphorus in the blood of the third victim. Yeah, we'll see in this book, Eeks, if it says something. I need to read that again. Magical skills, transformation. Many high fates have heightened powers of emission of tables, causing hypnosis and illusion. Although quite rare, some high fates can transform living beings into solid objects such as stone or bone. Another example of fey magic is invisibility, which is similar to camouflage. There may be other types of magical powers that have not yet been documented. There are two main factions of high fae, the scribes and the warriors. The scribes are known for their defensive magic and their intelligence. The warriors are known for their power and their offensive. Meanwhile, oh yeah, maybe this is a little paper so we could scribble down stuff. Eee! My butt is hurting so much. Meanwhile, the low fae faction is compromised of faith with limited parasitic magic. They are widely malignant species that like to consume human blood. Okay. Paper and pen. Paper and pen. Let's use the brain. Only high fae can turn people to bone. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Let's see here. Scribes. Defensive magic. Intelligence. Warrior. Power. Offensive magic. Parasitic. Consume human blood. I would say that's like victim numero 2. Hormones and even souls. The history of Fae class conflict is not very well documented. It appears that there are quarrels between these factions, as there is a certain level of disdain for the other faction. However, disputes also occur between fairies at the same faction. Nonetheless, both factions of high Fae deem parasites despicable low Fae due to the limited and parasitic nature of their magic. So parasitic is low. The bug. Let's see here. Coin was a parasitic Fae. And it probably killed victim number 3. place. Heightened power. Capable of hypnosis illusion. And transform to button. Wielders of transfigurative spells can make themselves or fellow Fae take on another form, including appearing human. Does that mean those with the markings are Faes? The black light. Scribe magic. Scribe magic appears blue. Scribe magic appears blue. Yeah, that's what you wrote, Eeks. Warrior magic red. And parasitic magic purple or violet. Why is it mixed? Warrior red. Blue. The same black light illusion on an object imbued with fair magic may reveal intricate details of a certain complex spell. This is imbued with fairy magic. It turned into a 3-hour-long stream. Describes a higher phase who are capable of expressing benevolent and kindness that is similar to human kindness, and they tend to be friendlier to humans. However, this kindness is only shown in the form of favor exchanges, and they do not go out of the way to help others like humans would. The scribe magic that assists humans is contingent upon the favor that humans. For example, some scribe fae may use their magic to give blessings to humans with special favors or boons. Oh wait, here we have something. For example, some scribe fae may use their magic to give blessings to humans who have done very special favors or boons for them via inheritable, invisible markings such as sigils or birthmarks. Ah, that's what you mean, Eeks. So they are somehow connected. Blue marks. Connected. Only high fae can turn people to stone. I think so. It said like some of them can. These blessings can last through generations. Ah, that's why the father and the daughter were marked, I guess. Because the father might have done something, and the rumored Fae-touched bloodlines have become wealthy. The father was wealthy, right? And powerful through the decades that they have been favored. However, they may also use their magic as a curse, sometimes even deadly, if they feel offended or insulted. Some scribe fairies are also prone to pranks and mischiefs when they are bored. That's why father and the daughter has it. And these were just step people. And here she was the only one that was marked. But it was something about her family, right? Was she the second one? Susan Moore, age 40. Refusing to drink anything but her own blood. An affluent middle-aged woman in the city. The victim's mother reported the victim suffered from a prolonged paranoid episode in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemocrosis or use of drugs or poison. Blood type unknown. Other blood investigations are underway. Wait, how could I read the other stuff? I needed to do. Disappear. I need to do this. No? I need to click on this one. Maybe it was the crime scene photographs of the second victim. There seems to be something strange with the victim's finger. The victim and her husband were often seen together. Get a book. Yeah. I put back this one. The photograph is the second victim, Susan Moore and family. I see some kind of markings on the hand of one person, on Susan. My source pinpointed their relations. The photograph consists of family members, the victim, adopted father, adopted mother. I remember they said something about her birth parents, but now I don't remember it. The high faces of the warrior faction frequently reside in groups and are territorial. I guess we should try and come to a conclusion, so we'll try to end this within 3 hours. They're protective of the troops and tend to be unfriendly towards outsiders, especially they come from the high face of the warrior faction frequently resides in groups and are territorial. They are protective of the troops and tend to be unfriendly towards outsiders, especially if they come from the scribe faction or are human. They will smite anyone who interferes with their group. But we don't see anything red on these ones. Something of them being old when they got her. Yeah, oh yeah. It was she was a miracle baby, yeah. That was it. I don't remember if they were like rich or stuff. That was the one thing I don't remember. I feel a little bit like these are outsiders technically. They will smite anyone who interferes with their group. And the same here, you know, scribe families, they're coming into other families, but it's like there's nothing really that shows otherwise that they are warrior or something. All the fairy warriors typically remain with their own kind and seldom venture beyond the boundaries of the fairy realm. They are known for their aggressive temperament and volatile disposition. Caution is strongly advised when encountering and interacting with these beings. Fairies with limited magic consistently need to feed off of other sources of energy, mostly drained from humans such as blood, hormones, and life force. However, the mechanism and rates at which these drainage processes occur are greatly varied. Notable incident: changeling. There are unconfirmed rumors that some high faes like to capture humans and bring them into the fairyland for purposes such as forced reproduction, servitude, ritualized combat for their amusement, and so on. The fairies leave changeling behind to mask their absence. And that is what happened to these people. Changelings. A changeling is composed of several fae. Changeling is composed of several fae, typically of the parasite type, magically transformed to look almost exactly like an abducted human. Composed of several. That would explain why it's purple and red. I need more paper. Yeah. Changeling. We are basically doing phase studies now. We're gonna become expert in something that we don't even need in real life. God damn it. Composed of several phase. Typically parasitic type. But then it's also gotta be warrior type because it's red. Magically transformed to look almost exactly like an abducted human. Due to the complexity of the Fae magic required to create a changeling, the enhancement almost always goes awry. Anomalies common among the changeling includes. Wouldn't they notice? Why, honey, you have an extra finger on your hand. What happened? Nearby heat conductors, such as small metallic objects, have also been known to repel or to warp the magic, creating changeling. I guess the coin? But he was the coin. So becoming a coin isn't good for them? And then the ring? Coin is conductive, question mark? Ring? Metallic object? Repels or... Since several victims have 6 fingers, they are changelings, maybe parasitic, and the real humans are abducted by high fae? Do I understand it right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. So like the real... The victims aren't, except for the girl that was poisoned by arsenic. The other ones aren't real humans, they are changelings. Repels or orbs. Okay. I don't really know what more to try to pick out from all of this. Okay. Maybe let's end the investigation here. Oh, I broke it. That means victim number 3. coin was a warrior. Parasitic. Fae. And then victim number 3. Edna Niblet. Edna Niblet. Gnawing her own fingers to the bone. Apart from the wounds from gnawing, there's another strange things about the victim's fingers. She was known... So... Okay, Edna Niblet. She's high fae changeling. She got a coin that was a warrior parasitic fae. I guess kind of like a weapon then? Or something? She was known for her rare coin collection. I don't know what the thing with the coin is. Or like overall. She just like collecting coins. Then she got a coin that wasn't really a coin. And then Susan Moore. Vic number 2. She was a changeling. I fae connected. Wasn't warrior and parasitic 2 different? Yeah, but it said something in the book where a changeling is composed of several fae. So I'm looking at this like several fae as typically of the parasitic type. I'm kind of looking at it as a combination. This like warrior parasitic. I could be wrong, of course. I could understand it wrong. Like they're 2 different types, but it is composed of several. So there's like warriors, but they're parasitic, if they can beat it. Audrey Woolbridge. Week number 1. Audrey. She was made to stone by a high fae then. Made to stone by a high fae. Probably. I guess in the end you have to also kind of listen to the story of things. And then Mary Hatcher, she was just poisoned, but who poisoned? There's probably a connection I haven't seen here. There's more connections in this, and I haven't. I have been skipping through the stories, so you know, probably missed something very important. Oh, I see. Yeah, might be true. I read it as changelings can be different type, normally parasitic. Yeah, it could be true that way also. I feel like, you know, we will just do a guess by now and see if we can do better. I wonder like, if we pick the right answers and stuff. Then we will... what happens if we press help? Okay, this is just this. Okay, cancel. Can I can do this. We can save. We can actually save. So we don't have to go through the whole thing again. But at the same time, you know, if we're gonna understand even more, then we should end the investigation. Boom. It is time. Is the is there fairy involvement? Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is peaked. Which one is the culprit? Okay. Which one is the culprit? That is the question. We need to think. We need to think a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Vic number 4, she was probably just poisoned, so it's hard to know which one is there. She was at the place of the 3rd victim, which was a high fae changeling. Oh my god, my brain is like going 1,000 times around. Is Edna Niblet maybe the ultimate culprit? Culprit, question mark. Vic number 1, she was made to stone by a high fae. Vic number 2, Susan Moore. You got a ring from someone. I wonder. Warrior fae, scribe fae, parasitic fae. Because then someone got her a coin. Scribe or warrior. If victim 4 disturbed a scribe fae, maybe they killed her by arsenic because they can only do defensive magic. I don't know though. You know, this is hard. This is so hard. Warrior face also seems likely. I feel like the one who killed the first victim should be a high fae. But it also said like some of them could do the stone thing. And warriors were very attacky. Let's say I think warrior. What is the evidence? Okay. What would tell the warrior is the thing? Photographs, then I think we should say high fae. The dead fae is again, the ring and dead fae will be like, oh, but it's mixed. Yeah, warriors are very attacky. Makeup. 3rd victim's blood sample. The question is what we will say if I take like photographs. Will we describe it as a because these people were of high fae, a warrior came and wanted to kill them or something? Because the ring and the dead fae will only be like, oh, it's parasitic and it's mixed. 3rd victim's blood is mixed. The makeup, I don't know. Should we make up? I feel like he will read through us or something. Let's try photographs, I guess. How does this prove warrior involvement? I recall that there are no magic traces on the crime scene's photographs, but rather on the family photographs. I set down the crime scene photographs and hovered the black light on them one by one. Can you see this glowing sigil on some of the victim's left hand? Yes, I can see it. I thought warrior magic was supposed to be red. He's right. Come on! Okay, let's read it so we learn. He's right, the sigils are blue, and they are protective boons from the scribe. Protective boons from the scribe. You're right, I don't know what I was thinking. What else you got? Yeah, maybe it's a high fae, and then I don't know. 3rd victim's blood sample. Okay, look. I'll try this one. How does it prove? I slot the blood sample beneath the black light to show the magic traces. You see there's a glow of purple and red under the black light. How do the purple traces or parasitic magic, as you say, have part in this? The blood is fairy blood. The parasitic underlings of warrior high fae help with the murders. Ooh. Fairy blood. Oh, okay. Try to remember that. Purple plus red equals underlings. Some parasitic fairies become underlings of high fae as they are allowed to feed off a small amount of high fae's magic regularly. Oh, I didn't know that. It didn't say that in the book. In turn, they will do anything the high fae asks, even killing humans. Theo seems perplexed and perhaps discontented. Something's not right. What else you got? More stuff. Oh my god. Dead fae. How does this prove the warrior involvement? I put the dead fae beneath the black light. This is a dead parasitic fae. Look, it glows purple and red under the black light. I take it their bodies still glow even after they're dead. Correct, it takes a little while until their magic is fully dissipated from the corpse. It honestly looks just like a normal bug to me. Hold on 1 second. I turn to the shelves and pick up one of the boxes containing a deceased insect from my ongoing research. I open the lid and show it to Theo. I found this one dying just yesterday. It died shortly after. Swiftly I put it beneath the black light. A normal one doesn't glow, you see. Theo's expression is a blend of amusement and bewilderment. Quite interesting. And how does it end up here? A failed transformatic magic. A parasitic fate fed of the victim's life so it became a casual murder. Well, this one was a failed transformation magic. It's a parasitic fate that got warped by a coin due to a transformation magic going awry. The coin in the evidence turned into this when I put it under the black light long enough, essentially revealing what it really was. So the third victim, Mrs. Niblet. What about her? Mr. Henkel said she has her numerous coin collection displayed in all the rooms in her house. That particular coin must have been nearby when she met her fate. I can see a feeling of unease reflected in Theo's expressions as he stares at me. I need a moment to digest all this. I nod and take a moment to arrange the box neatly before placing it back on the shelves. There appears to be strong evidence pointing towards warrior involvement. Based on what you've shown me, parasitic fairies are one way or another connected to the manner of killing. But you also haven't told me how the warrior fairies kill the victims. Give it to me straight. How do you figure the murders were carried out? Oh no! Warriors directed parasitic underlings to sap life, causing ossification and severe hallucination. Okay, now I really need to think. Warriors replaced victims with changelings and killed the changelings with ossification and hallucination spells. Warrior ossification and hallucination spells kill the victims and nearby parasitic fae. Okay. Well, we have concluded that they are changelings. It should be number 2. Warriors directed parasitic underlings to sap life. Warriors ossification and hallucination spells kill the victims. I would say number 2. I hope I'm not too fast if anyone's gonna object. The warriors high fae use their transformation magic to turn parasitic fae into human lookalikes of the victims, which are often called changelings. Changelings? I take out the crime scene photographs with middle-aged victims and lay them out on the table. Using the magnifying glass, I show the oddity in the victim's hands to Theo. This is one of the possible anomalies that is likely to happen due to the complexity of transformation magic used in creating changelings. As famous as these ladies' families are, it would have been a big thing on the papers if they had 6 fingers from when they were children. I don't seem to remember anything like that in the newspapers, do you? No, me neither. Theo looks away as though trying to remember all the newspapers he has red. It also explains the missing iron in the blood sample, since the corpses are not human. I wait until Theo meets my gaze again before continuing. Look at me! They then murder the changelings using ossification and hallucination magic. It is done to cover up what they really did to the real humans. What they really did? Like what? It can be anything. The real humans might be kidnapped to the fairyland, destined to wed certain fairies and bring forth offsprings, or be employed as a slave, or tortured for amusement until they die. I shiver at the thought of it happening to the poor ladies. Theo appears to be unsettled by the same thoughts as well. Hold on, are you saying that they might still be alive? There is a chance. Yes, the realm of the fairies is still an enigma, even for those who study their kind. The Faeologists in this university have barely met any living fairies. You are aware of how fresh this field is within academia, aren't you? Theo nods. It pains me to admit that I genuinely do not know how to get them back. I will keep trying nonetheless. We both fell silent, as though a heavy weight had settled in our throats, refusing to budge. We can also look at this case from another angle. The motives. Based on your investigation, what could be the rationale behind the warrior fairy's actions? It's difficult to pinpoint the reason why fairies do what they do, since they don't follow human rules or morality. However, I found that warriors are targeting people blessed by the scribes. Warriors murder parasitic fairies because they are despicable low fays. Warriors' hatred towards humans may be the cause. I would say the first one. Like something happened there and they want to take some type of revenge. The three middle-aged are blessed by scribe face, shown by the sigils on one of their hands. I say as I hover the black light on top of the family photographs one by one. I mentioned before that especially strong magic can be seen even through photographs. Yes, I remember. He answers while taking the black light out of my hand and checking the sigils himself. Two sigils light up on Mrs. Woolridge's family photograph and one on Mrs. Moore's. This sigil is a sign of being blessed by one of the scribe fae, usually given when someone has done a very special boon for a scribe. It gives good fortune and is passed down through generations. As you know, the middle-aged victims and their families are old, rich families that have stayed on top of many decades. That's how strong the magic is. Mrs. Moore was adopted, that's why it's only her who has it. Her late biological parents hailed from a distinguished and affluent lineage. Theo points at the faces in Mr. Woolridge's photographs. And he's the biological father, while the other two are step family. I nodded him. I'm positively sure that should we check into Mrs. Niblet's family photograph, she and their children would display the same sigils. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and it also means as a warning for others not to harm the marked human. I guess that warning didn't work in this case, did it? No, it didn't. Well, I suppose this does make sense, and it's a pattern. Yes. This might be targeted murders. He then casts a glance my way with an air of satisfaction around him and breaks into a smile. Yay! Good job! Yeah, we worked hard for this. We worked hard for this one. My god. Considering how rarely he gives commendations, this sounds like the compliment of a lifetime. I can feel my confidence is going through the roof. So much better than the other ending. Thank you. Lastly, what have you found on the poor girl Mary Hatcher's? Any connection to fairies? The chemist reports is similar to the case files. The blood is normal human blood, traces of arsenic. I didn't find any signs of fairy magic from the evidence. Even so, based on her relations to Mrs. Niblet, we can't discard the possibility that fairies might be involved with her death too. Theo nods in agreement. I have one more piece of information to tell you. Really? What is it? Mr. Henke told me that there exists a clandestine occult group called the Golden Dawn. Oh yeah, he mentioned that, right. I asked him about this since the police report suggested some occultism being involved. Hardly anyone, even from the upper class, has ever heard of it. He said several elites are members of it. He picks out a small notebook and a pen from its trench coat and starts writing. I'm not sure if this is useful. Every scrap of information counts. I ought to note down the things we've talked about today as well. Your findings really threw me for a loop. I forgot to take notes. Of course, take your time. While Theo was writing, I tied up my desk and put the evidence back in the box. Anything else you got? That's all I have for now. He puts his notebook and pen back in his coat. When I gaze upon him, his expression seems to straddle the line between being pleased and puzzled. Then a deeper crease forms. That crease is gonna dig deep. Oh my god. I'll tell when he's trying to connect the dots on the information he just got. Yeah, I wonder why I don't have a crease, you know. I was trying hard to get the dots in my brain. I suppose there's some evidence for fairy involvement, but they are in bits and pieces. I certainly can't predict how the papers will handle the information we got so far. Though this might just be enough to keep the investigation going. There's a hint of disappointment in his voice that he's unable to hide. I think I just need more time. I really tried my best. I'm not sure you did. Theodore. Fuck off! Get out of here! I'm gonna take my bottle again. His words cut deeper than I dared to admit. Not this again! I can't help but I feel like failure even though I managed to find important things. I suppose only things aren't enough if they're not connected. Or if they're not making sense. Theodore is just dumb. You know? He can't help it. It's hard to be dumb. You did it. Wait, what? Eeks, help. Well, I'll work on keeping the case open and making sure the press doesn't spin it into a circus. In the meantime, you should re-investigate the case. Yeah, sure, I can do that. Jesus. I'll leave the box here for another day. Perhaps you'll find something new or see them in a new light. ... Alright, I'll do that. I do my utmost to stay composed, yet my cracked voice gives away my true feelings. He glances at his wristwatch. Yeah, gotta go. I've got to get going. I'll see you tomorrow. You're a bitch. My god. Of course, he's not the type to linger and comfort the downcast. No, he's a man-child. He's a little bitch. Especially when it's one's own fault. I can't let this get to me either. There's more work to be done. I lay out all the evidence on the table once again, frantically searching for the thing I missed. ... Professor, is this a bad time? I look up at her in shock. When did she get in? I knocked and waited for a minute. Well, we did not have the perfect answer in the very beginning, I guess. Like the first bit, so I guess something there wasn't correct. It then occurred to me that perhaps you didn't hear me. Oh, sorry. My mind is more than a little preoccupied. She stares at the mess on my desk. I thought the detective came today to pick up the box. You're not wrong, but it appears there are things I ought to reinvestigate. Is there anything I can do to help? No, Minnie. I'm fine. Thank you for offering. I lean back in my chair and exhale deeply as a slight discomfort in the head creeps in. Actually, wouldn't you mind making me a cup of coffee? Well, that's better than alcohol. I'm thinking of staying overnight here. Of course, coming right away. Minnie saunters into the kitchen in a hurry. I feel blessed to have a hard-working assistant. While waiting for Minnie to return, I pull out the fairy encyclopedia and immerse myself in its pages. Seems the night has only just begun. Which ending? Ending 4. Not up to sniff. I guess ending 1 is the best one to get. I don't even know. I answered something wrong there. Well, it was better than the first one. The first one, it was so hurtful. Even I felt hurt. You know, I felt it in my soul. Like, how mean can you be? My God, dude. And I don't even know him. Theodore, me. My God. Oh well, that's gonna be the end of it. 3.5 hours. 1.5 hour longer than I was planning to do this. But it's a good game. Yes, way better. Thank you for staying all the way, X. My God. Oh my God. It's 20 minutes past 9. Woohoo! Alright. Well, that was Death and Faeology. Like, yeah, it's a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder how much more there will be to it when it's a full game and not a demo. Because it was crazy. I do like I feel it was a good complexity to the puzzle, the stuff, right? It felt like it was pretty good balance. A little bit tricky. I need to sleep now, yeah. Thank you, X, for staying so long for the whole stream and trying to do things with me. Great stream, good night. Good night, X. Have a good night's sleep. And everyone else that have joined, thank you guys for joining. Whoever was lurking or staying or whatever you were doing. Oh my god. I really did like the game though. It was good. It's really good. And Mushroom Mallow, you guys are really good at writing dialogues and like in the storytelling. It's really good. I keep getting very captivating. I get very captivated by your stories. For example, I also released today Okami Okami, which is made by Mushroom Mallow also. Let's see, can I... if I can do this quickly. Paste. I'm gonna find the other picture. Okami Okami was released today at the same time as the stream started. Let's see, where do I have a good picture for that? Just a minute, just a second. If I go in here, if I go in there, if I go in there and there, we have a picture. It might get big now. Oh, no, it's very tiny. Catch it. Quick. So Okami Okami, made by also Mushroom Mallow. Again, really nice storytelling and a little bit of romance and stuff. This game made me giggle a lot. This game also made me giggle because it's just so silly. Goddamn Theo. But yeah, then tomorrow I'm still editing Shadow of the Road, but I should be able to get it out for tomorrow's release in the evening. Another really good game. Very different from games I usually play, but I had a fun time trying it out. And then in the evening we're gonna stream Name of the Will, which is a little bit of a... It seems to be a little bit of a, you know, psychological, like a little bit of a twisted game. I don't know. It seems a little bit twisted with cults and stuff. But that's for tomorrow. Do I have anything else fun? That's Choose Wisely. Yes, this stream and the games are for the Choose Wisely Festival. I didn't use the overlay because it covered the game and the dialogue options and stuff, so I had to switch scenes. Stream for tomorrow, as I said, we're gonna Name of the Will. This is a little bit of the other streams that are going on for the week. If you're watching the VOD, you will have to pause to like be able to maybe read it. I don't know if it's too small or not. I can't tell. And then we have the video schedule for the rest of the week. We got a lot going on, and I hope I will be able to deliver, because I do have some other appointments throughout the week and they might mess up a little bit with the priorities and the time, so I will do my best, but damn, we'll see. But as Eek says, it's time to sleep. It's time to get to bed so I can get up in the morning and do another day of content creating and getting things together and filming some games and edit the videos and get it together. But again, really great games, really good job, Mushroom Mallow. It was great. I'm going to try with each and every game that I play and stuff to try and send an email with an update later on, giving some feedback and giving my thoughts and stuff and my love for your creation, because it's you worked hard for this. I know how hard you have to work to create a game. It's not an easy defeat, and usually it's a lot to learn while you're doing it, depending on, of course, how knowledgeable you are and how much experience you have. But yeah, it's usually it's a lot of work. So kudos to the creators, definitely. A round of applause. I'm looking forward to like the full games. I have already exclaimed to Mushroom Mallow that I'm really interested in the full game of Okami Okami. But we will have to see in the future when I can, you know, when it comes out and when I will be able to buy it. Because money. Money and economy and stuff, you know? But yeah, my god. Long stream. But I was able to do it. And I do feel better now. My stomach has calmed down. Ugh. I was feeling very crummy in the beginning. Ugh. But yeah, the cats are waiting. Gonna make an appearance. Hey, hop, hop, hop. Help, help, help. You wanna say some words? Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. The cats are waiting. The cats wants food, and we're gonna play a little bit and prepare for bed. You prepare for bed. So I thank you guys for joining. Whoever joined today and stayed and lurked and whatever stuff you had to do, and you know, we all have our lives. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So I thank you guys for joining. I thank you guys for watching the VODs, and I will see you in another video, in another stream, or if you join the Discord channel, you have the link right there. Oh yeah, also, if you are going from... Oh, can you... Maybe I should link the video afterwards. For the ones who are in the stream right now, maybe watching in the background or something, I don't know. We do have the link to the latest video here, Okami Okami. So there, you can click on that one if you want to go straight to Okami Okami and check it out. Otherwise, I will try to link it in the description of the VOD, I guess, and also in the in the suggested picture thumbnails that usually ends up here somewhere. All right, guys. Again, I'll see you in a stream, in a video, or in the Discord or somewhere. Okay. Have a lovely continuation. And as always, make sure to drink water. I'm gonna drink a lot of water after this because it's been a lot of reading. They did warn me in the mail. I read it, I took it, and I went with it. 3.5 hours of streaming. Amazing. At least I know I can do it, right? And I didn't feel, you know, too bad from it. Definitely tired, but, you know. Remember to take a rest. Get a sleep in. Make sure to fuel yourself, eat, drink, and all that good stuff for your body and soul. Because I want you guys to take care of yourself. Okay? Love you. Bye.